Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2022 Toyota Supra and its 12-speaker JBL audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at audio adjustments, inputs, controls, speaker locations, then we're going to head out onto the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you'd like to hear even more on the system, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. The last time we had a Supra 2-liter with the system, we recorded some members-only tracks, and so you can find that and many other videos on many other cars in the link in the description as a member. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. This is a very beautiful version of the Supra. This nice, pretty metallic gray, dark red interior, rocking the 3-liter inline 6. This thing is a whole lot of fun to drive. I always like getting behind the wheel of a Supra. It's a sports car in the most purest sense. It's so much fun to drive. If you do want to see more on the Supra, check the links in the description. We're going to have a DM review on this one, and we've got a lot of other videos. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. I recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear in the driver's seat. We also did a test with the sound settings set to their factory default, so let's take a look at those now. A BMW designed infotainment screen here. Nice matte finish, tries to reduce the glare a little bit, and from the driver's seat it's really not too bad. And you can control it in two different ways. You can either use it as a conventional touchscreen, which works pretty well, or, if we go back home here, you can use this rotary knob and click around and move around in the system without taking your eyes off the road. It works pretty darn well. I like having both functionalities. Let's go down here to tone. We start off right at the top with a 9-band equalizer. I love seeing that. Now, admittedly, that's coming from the BMW design of the car. That's not something you typically find in Toyotas, but you can really customize your music to exactly your preferences, maybe for different songs, different driving environments, etc. Then below that, you have adjustments for just plain old treble and bass. Let's go through those. After that, you have adjustments for front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance, and then a surround setting. This is going to make the music just that, sound a little bit more surroundy. It's going to be a little bit more hollow and a little bit more enveloped, but if you do want more of a true to recording sound, you're going to want to have that off. Let me double check here and see when you hit reset. Yep, it does enable surround on, so we'll try to do some testing with surround on, but like I said, it's going to sound more accurate and pure with it off. So as the song gets going here, we'll toggle it on and off and see how it sounds. It's really not the most dramatic surround functionality I've ever heard in a car, but I kind of like it. It's very subtle and I don't mind having it on. And that is it for audio adjustments. For audio controls in the Supra, you got a nice volume knob here, easy to grab, really nice solid clicks. And then you have a volume rocker on the right side of the wheel. For track selection, you got a few different options. You can use the rotary knob if you're on the proper screen. You can use the touch screen on that same menu. You can use this physical control here on the right, or you can use this rotary control on the center of the steering wheel that adjusts in the instrument cluster right up there. For audio inputs in the Supra, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, a little bit of it looks like a music collection. Is this a hard drive built in? No titles. Please import from USB. Yeah, so you've got some sort of hard drive built in here. We'll check and see if we can see how large it is in a minute. You've got support for wireless and wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a USB-A port, and that is it. What does that mean you're missing? Well, no USB Type-C, no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and it doesn't seem to be any sort of streaming services built in. All right, speaker locations. As I said, this is a 12-speaker system. Starting in the bottom left, you've got a mid-range there, tweeter 2, 1, 2, two tweeters up there, 3, 4, 5, 6, mid-range and tweeter on the other side. And then, a little tough to see, but let me bring the seat back here so you can see it. Behind the seats here, you've got a subwoofer and then a mid-range and a tweeter. So there's 6 back there with the 6 up front, making 12. All right, I'm gonna put this seat back and get this stuff put away so we can get out on the road. I'm picking up on some distortion on the heavier hits of this song, noticing that we're getting a little bit of slop, but overall, I'm very happy with the mixing and the balancing in this system. I think it's really smart that they did a separate tweeter, and then the mid-range down here, it allows more elements of the music to live and to breathe and have their own space. I am disappointed in the lack of bass across the range. There's not much high-end bass, mid-range bass, especially not that low-end thumping bass. Obviously, you could turn up the EQ, but a song like this is missing a little bit of balance from that low end, and that's where a lot of satisfying sounds of music come from. But all things considered, they did a good job where you can turn the music up and it's not harsh on your ears. And for a sports car, that's pretty impressive. For this next song, we will turn the bass all the way up, see how it sounds. We're also going to turn surround off. Alright, so you hear it's still not getting that heavy or that strong. It's getting a little bit of slap and distortion back there, and it's not filling the cabin. So bass upgrade would probably be a must for a lot of people in this car. My thoughts on the 12-speaker JBL system here in the Supra. Toyota and JBL could take this from just an above-average system to a really impressive system by improving the bass quality. Just more power, more oomph there. I know that they're dealing with a limited amount of space. That never helps with doing bass. You need to have some room for those bigger speakers. But all things in, this is a pretty good system. Now you are fighting some other noise priorities, if you will. The tires are louder. There's the exhaust that you can always hear, even in normal mode. So you got to fight that with your music, and it's going to sound a little bit worse because of it. But all things considered, for a purpose-built sports car like this, it sounds pretty good. So I'd be giving it a B. It's a strong B, but a B nonetheless. Still pretty good rating for a car like this. And thanks for watching. That's about it. That's all I have to say. I love the interface. I just don't like how dark the screens often get when there's shadow in the cabin here. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. If you do want to see more on the Supra, check the links in the description. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.